Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Faking Adulthood, where we talk about love, life, things, and everything in between, and absolutely nothing, because we don't know what we're doing. We do not have a clue. Today, my co-host is Maddie Grace Jepson. Woo!
I feel as though I am the perfect host for this Faking Adulthood.
You are like the perfect
I know.
co-host. There's like no co-host that could have been better than you right now.
Thanks.
Do you know what I mean? Even though if anyone, any of my other co-hosts are hearing this.
Yeah, they were great.
I was paid to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to ask me, actually.
Were you really? Like, Rita is going to contact
Yeah, I'm
me
like, surely she's going to contact
any
me
moment.
soon.
Yeah, any moment. Like, look
Yeah.
at your calendar, like, any moment now,
Yes.
the call is going to come through.
Yes, and then when
Yeah.
you did, I said, thank God.
Yeah, and it was rapid response, actually. So you really
It
were
was.
waiting,
I was
actually.
keen.
Yeah, I feel like you just stopped everything that you were doing in that moment to return that message.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you're here.
I have important things to say.
You know what? Then let's just get into it, okay? Because I want to hear those things, okay?
Absolutely.
So as you know, I like to start my show, guys, with a complaint of the day. Because I
Yes.
feel like we need to normalize complaining. There's a lot on my spirit, on my chest, and I want to be able to get it out, okay? And this is my show. So
I'm going to do what I want.
do you get it?
Absolutely.
So my complaint of the day is this.
Go.
I have a lot of complaints, and I say this every week.
Me too. I have so many.
But mine changed this morning.
Oh, my God.
So, this morning, I decided that I wanted to take an attachment test, okay? Been feeling really on edge, Really, a lot's been going on in my mind, right? I've been to therapy and I thought that I was better, but certain things have been triggering me recently.
Okay.
So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to do the right thing, okay? I'm going to do an attachment test to see what's going on with me. Do you know what I mean? What's my attachment style? Am I secure? Am I anxious? Am I
Okay.
avoidant? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Right.
I understand.
I get on Psychology Today, right? I do the test. It's about over 50 questions, right? I'm answering it with thought, okay?
Yeah.
How do you feel when your partner doesn't talk to you all day? I'm answering it. It's really intimate, okay? I'm answering these questions. I get to the end. I'm like, okay, moment of truth. I'm going to know what's going on with me and I'm going to feel better immediately. Do you know what it says to me? For the full report, pay $6.95.
No.
I said, this is an outrage, okay? This is an absolute outrage. Why am I paying to know my attachment style?
I'm really
as
upset.
a society, we're meant to want each other to be better.
Yeah.
To know the attachment style, to know why we behave the way we behave in relationships. But now you're telling me that if I don't have $6.95, I'm not going to know this information?
Yeah, I'm not going to know my true self.
I'm not going to know my true self.
Are you kidding me?
Are you joking me? I was like, this is an outrage. So as I'm sitting here right now, I absolutely do not know what my attachment style is.
And I think that's really upset me. $6 as well.
$6. Do you know what I can do with that? Well, I know I can get the test, but apart from that, $6.
I know, I could go get myself a meal deal.
And maybe that would make me feel better. And I
maybe
wouldn't
that
even
would make me
need the
feel
attachment
better.
test in the first place. So now
Exactly.
I'm like, what's my attachment style?
I hate that.
Scam. Everywhere you go, they're just trying to take your money.
Isn't it? Scam after scam.
Scam after scam, and I'm sick of it. And that is my complaint of the day.
That is such a valid complaint.
Yeah, thank you.
I love that.
Yeah, what's your complaint
Do
of
you
the
want to
day?
know mine?
Yes, I do actually.
It took me a while to think of which one I was going to pick.
Okay.
And I don't mean to cause any offence when I come to say this complaint, but I think it's a valid complaint and I'm sick of holding it back.
Okay, this is a safe space.
My complaint today is old people.
Okay. It's a safe space. It's a safe space.
And I'm nervous to talk about it.
Okay.
But I think it is a valid complaint.
Okay, you speak your heart. Okay, so what is the complaint?
I'm talking 70 plus.
Okay, so what is it about old people that you want to complain about?
They're just annoying.
Okay. They're just annoying. Okay.
They're just annoying.
Okay.
I feel like Why? Okay. Why should I respect your elders is a saying I really really struggle with this saying.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because yes, if I'm on the bus with you and you fall over because your knees aren't the same anymore, I will help you and I will respect you and I will let you sit down.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
But if an old wrinkly man walks past me and woos at me or something, you think I'm going to respect you? Get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's always the oldies.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And it's always the oldies that complain about us.
Yeah. So why can't we complain about them?
I'm going to complain about you too.
You know what? This is valid.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
If an oldie who's...
Okay.
They could have memory loss, something, and you're telling me they can still drive?
You know what?
Sorry, I think they should have to retake their test. I do. I think there should be a rule in place. If you hit 75, you have to retake your test.
You know what? Yeah. I support this.
Thank you.
With my whole heart.
And then look.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take away your rights, but unfortunately, you take away my rights by voting in things I don't agree with.
Yeah.
And I'm going to live longer than you.
Okay. You know what? That was an excellent complaint.
But listen,
and it was valid.
It's a very complex situation, very complex topic.
Yeah, because you're going to be old one day and
I'm going to be
things
old,
like that.
but listen, I like to think we're from a generation of people who, hopefully, when we're old, we stand for things that are kind of nice.
Yeah, true.
I struggle to see the older generation standing for things.
That's true.
That are nice.
It's true. And you know what? Some old people are mean. And we need to talk about that.
They're mean.
They're really mean. You know, they're really, really mean. And you know what? Actually, I'm glad that you brought this up.
Thanks.
Because it's something that we don't want to talk about. We're scared.
We're scared to talk about it. We want to respect our elders.
We want to respect our elders.
Sweet, I will.
I will. If you're sweet, I will respect you.
If you're a sweetie, I will respect you, sweet.
If you're an asshole?
If you're a nasty. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just because you're old.
No, it's true. No, I've had a similar struggle, you know. There was a time I was on the train and I was sitting down and I was tired. You know what I'm saying? I had a long day as well. Yeah. You know, we all have long days, you know. And some old people got on the train and I felt this pressure to get up for them to sit. But, you know, they could walk. You know, they walked on the train. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I'm thinking you're well-bodied, really. And who am I to age you? I don't even know your age. I don't know who you are. But suddenly I have to get up.
Exactly.
Why? Do you feel lighter now that you've got it off your chest? Yeah. It feels like this was something that was really building.
It was brewing inside me.
Yeah, and it just feels like you were waiting to come on this show.
Yeah, actually, and I want to be more specific. My issue is with old white men.
Okay, I like that. That's specific. You know, that's specific.
And I, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of our issues come from them. So.
And that is tea. Okay, that is tea, and that's why no one can say anything to you about this complaint because what you've said is completely valid.
Come for me. Try.
I support it. Okay.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I've got all the babes in my corner.
Yeah. We're in your corner and we're supporting you from afar. You know, I don't want to get, you know, the oldies come together and they try and get you. I'll be at the back though, supporting you.
I'll kick them.
Okay. Well, there you go. There you go.
It's gone too far now. But anyway, listen.
I don't support violence, but so whilst you're in the zone, we're gonna listen to some other complaints. But your one takes the reign.
Fabulous. Okay. Yeah.
So you guys know my new thing is the community complaints. Okay, and some of you have sent me some complaints, and I'm just gonna share it because I agree. Another complaint was people aren't letting people off the tube first before getting off. I don't know when this started. It feels all of a sudden. And in that same spirit, we need to reverse it. I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago.
Oh my God.
It's a big problem.
This is a huge problem.
Huge problem.
I hate it. And do you know what it is? I do actually think Londoners are quite good at remembering this rule. It's all the tourists.
Yeah, something's going on. Something is going on. And you know what? I think people are tired.
People are tired.
They're sick of everything and they just cannot be bothered to stick with the rules anymore. Do you know what I
Oh.
mean? You know, places like Canary Wharf, usually there's like a queue, right, to get on the train. No one respects that queue anymore.
No.
They don't respect it. They're like, I'm getting on this train.
I hate it so much.
I don't give a heck. Yeah.
I don't give a hoot and heck.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on though.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah, so this is a valid complaint.
Very valid.
Very valid. A second complaint is, okay, the English here, I'm not judging you, girl, but you know, the English is a bit, you know, so I'm going to try and, but she or he has said, I'm tired of people who are in a rush to get married. No, okay, hold on. I'm tired of people who are in such a rush to get married that they are overlooking madness. I can't speak. My English is failing me. Third time lucky. I'm tired of people who are in such a rush to get married that they are overlooking madness. I just don't get it. You're telling me this man is not emotionally intelligent, is very insecure, has had a plethora of bad relationships, and hasn't done any internal work, and you're ringing wedding bells after 4 months?
Oh, 4 months?
The thing about this complaint is that this is personal. You know, this is specific. I don't know who you're talking to, but this is specific. I reckon this girl has a friend who is with a guy. It's only been 4 months. She's now announced that she's getting married, and her friend is sick of it. She hates her friend's boyfriend. That's what I think is going on here.
It's so real though.
It's real though.
There is a pressure of a group of people who are of a certain age to settle down and get married.
100%.
I do feel that.
Yeah.
4 months is crazy.
4 months is crazy. But like, if it's like these shows like Love is Blind, Love Island, and it's really intense, is it crazy? Because what if you're with them every single day? I don't know, it's still crazy though.
It's crazy.
It is still crazy.
You don't know someone after 4 months.
You don't. You don't even know someone after what, 4 years?
I know.
So imagine 4 months.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it's one thing to like become someone's girlfriend after 4 months. But to marry them after 4 months?
That actually like gives me shivers down my spine.
Yeah.
Marriage after 4 months.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
It's never that deep. Like you could just be like acting as a married couple anyway. Why? Like I just think
why rush?
Why rush? I thought they were going to say like after a year, because I still think marriage after a year is still crazy.
It's still crazy, but I understand it.
I understand it.
Yeah.
Because I think I feel like
you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the case here. Maybe they're saying, well, we just know. Maybe it'll be a healthy, successful marriage, and I wish them all the luck in the world. But that is a risk I am not willing to take.
Yeah, I don't think I'm willing to take that risk, you know. 4 months marriage. Like, you're my husband. I'm saying I want to spend the rest of my life with you based on 4 months. I don't even know, like, what makes you angry, really, after 4 months.
No, I don't know your, like, coping mechanisms.
How do you cope with pressure? How are you under pressure?
Exactly.
I don't know. Like, you might turn into, like, the meanest person when you're under pressure.
I know.
I hate guys like that.
I know.
I get it, but I don't like it.
I know.
You know?
I know.
So
I hate that. That's not my way of communicating either.
Yeah, or you might be with someone who doesn't know how to communicate.
I know.
They just shut down as soon as something big happens.
This could be a bit controversial, but I do think men have to be taught how to communicate, which is so exhausting.
So exhausting.
But I just don't think they know how to do it.
It just sucks.
Every single, like even my dad to a certain point, love you. I love you. But he's not the best communicator when it comes to like emotions.
You know what? Neither is my dad. I love you, Dad. I know you're going to watch this. I know you are.
We love our dads.
We love our dads.
I know.
Okay?
And my dad is the best. Like,
yeah,
I love him.
Honestly, but you're right. Like my dad, if you do something, I think it's interesting though, because now that he's getting older, he's becoming like softer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
really,
that's actually the same as my dad.
Really, really soft and really like, love you, which he wouldn't really say. like obviously you know,
Yes.
but it's not something he would say. But I do remember being younger, and if you do something to annoy my dad is not speaking to you. He's not speaking to you. Like, as in, he's walking around the house. And it's actually mad when I think about it, because what is you, a 50-something-year-old man, beefing a teenager? Like, actually, be for real.
But I actually think
he won't talk.
It's actually a thing of like for parents though, like when their kids get older and they start to be able to speak for themselves.
Yeah.
I actually think they find that really hard to come to terms
Like challenging,
with.
yeah. It must be though.
It must be, because they've had the power for so long.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you get to a point where you go, you can't speak to me like that anymore. I'm an adult.
And I'm like, huh?
And they can't cope.
I would
Because
struggle.
I went through that phase with both my parents.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would struggle though as a mum. Like, could you imagine? Like, I brought you onto this earth.
I
Like,
know.
as in, you wouldn't even be here without me.
Literally.
And now you're talking back.
I know.
It's actually crazy when you think about
I know.
it, you know?
I can't. I like to think of like what I'm going to be like as a mum, but I don't actually know what I would be like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be a mix. Like last week, I had Wumi on, and we were talking about it, like what kind of mums we think we're gonna be. And I don't actually know, because even though I was saying it, I was thinking I'm gonna be quite strict. Do you know what I mean? And I want like my kids to like understand like the deepness of life, but not in like a super super heavy way, but just, you know,
Appreciate life.
you know what I'm saying? But I just don't know what kind of. I think I want to be clingy now that I really think about it, because I've had a week to think about it even more. And I am going to be clingy. I don't know how I'm going to be able to like even just like my kid going to school by themselves. I feel like that's gonna feel,
Scary.
yeah, that's gonna feel really scary.
But this is the thing, because as a parent, you like look at your child as half of you. So I feel like I need to be able to look at my kid as a whole different person to me.
Yeah.
Because I'll be worried about my kid going to school because of my experiences at school, which was like, I got bullied when I was at school. By like boys. So especially if I have like a daughter.
Yeah, you're gonna be cautious of that.
I'd be so worried of my kid. Like, so just wanting them to go in more stronger than maybe I was at school. But then they're their own person. They may never experience bullying ever.
True.
So it's like learning how to like not push your insecurities and your trauma onto your kid. Because I think my parents have been quite good at not doing that. Like, I don't think they ever really put their issues onto me going into school or anything like that. But yeah, that's like such a thing, isn't it? It's like when you have kids, it's like, oh my God, you're going to be worried for all the things that happen to you to happen to them. But you have to like just
let them be. Yeah. And that's the bit that I'm going to struggle with, the letting them be, because obviously they have to like go through what they need to go through to be amazing, right? To learn and to be the full adult and a full person. Yeah. But I'm gonna struggle, because even with my brothers, if I see them struggling with something, I'm an older sibling. If I want to save them so
me too
bad. Like when one of my brothers, my baby brother, I remember he was looking for a job. This was probably like during like the pandemic times, and he was struggling so bad to like get a job and stuff like that. And just like seeing him like go through that, I just wanted to save him. Like, and I was like, I can't save him. There's something I can do. Do you know what I mean? And it's like he has to go through his journey, because obviously there's things that I've gone through, and because of what I've been through, that's why I'm the way I am, right? So he has to go through his own thing. My other brother has to go through his own thing. And I'm like, I know they're gonna come out on the other side and be amazing, but to watch it, and that's as a sibling. So imagine like as a parent, watch your kids like make mistakes,
literally
think they're right when they're absolutely wrong, and you just have to watch them, you know. But one thing I do know though, I want my child to be the kind of child that like will see someone sitting by themselves and just like talk to them.
I know.
Like that, just thinking about that, I don't know why, it just like, I hate it. Like, I hate the idea of like when kids are like super shy and like they don't know like how to like talk to you and stuff like that. And they're not bad, they're just shy and nervous and whatever. So I want my child to just be that one that's like, oh, come with us, come sit with us, and just, you know, bring out like take the shyness away in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like every shy person, just all you need is that one friend that you can lean on.
Yes.
And once you have that, you're okay.
Absolutely.
But I don't want a child to be by themselves. And if a child is, I want my child to be like, don't be by yourself. So that's one thing I know for sure in terms of a characteristic, and funny.
absolutely. But I can see both those things for your kids. There's no way.
My future kids don't have like,
I know. No, there's no way they won't be, because they are going to be a reflection on whoever you are as a person.
Yeah.
And the same way, like, God forbid my kid ever is a bully. But see, if I ever heard of my kid bullying anybody. When I was bullied, my sister was also bullied. There was lots of times where my like mum had to step in and like actually go round to like the person's house and speak directly to like the mum.
Yeah.
And like I remember being like a 12-year-old watching my mum like go round to the person's house and speak to the parent.
Yeah.
And it'd be like the parent be like, well, my kid hasn't done anything. And like I just do not understand parents. Like, actually, another complaint.
Yeah.
Parents who don't keep their kids in check.
Yeah.
That is so annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, if I ever heard of my kid bullying somebody, that has not come from nowhere.
Exactly.
Like, do you know what I mean?
It's come from the house.
It's come, like, and I just think I would be like, where have I gone wrong here for this to happen?
Yeah.
I'm taking my kid out of school or something. I'd be like, we are putting you in kid rehab.
Yeah. No
this
way.
This is not who I'm bringing anyone up to be.
Yeah. There's no way.
I can't.
If my, God forbid, because I cannot have a child that's a bully. Like, if the first wind of it, what? Bullying, how, where? And you know what? It's two things, because I think a bully is either their parents are bullies.
Yes.
So there's that side.
They bully their kids.
Yes. And that's how their kids like learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
Or you've got a child that's like seeking attention, and then they now come into school because, you know, at home it's not so great, so they come into school and then they now, so it's, again, I think on either side it comes from the parents.
It's so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. I hate bullies with everything in me.
Literally.
Like,
I know.
Everything in me, because it's just this idea of like, you send your child to school, your child is confident, your child is happy, and you've got this stupid kid now making your child feel like there's something wrong with them.
I know.
Making them feel like they're weird. And it's like, if my child is weird, they're weird and we like it, actually. Thank you very much. How dare you? Stupid?
Absolutely.
Who wants to be normal anyways?
I know.
I hate it. I hate it. And the damage it does. And like,
really?
I mean, I guess for you, like, how, like, obviously being bullied as a young person, like, how did you even like overcome that? Because I know that it's a lot.
It was so difficult. Like, for so long, I shrank myself because I was bullied by boys.
Yeah.
So I also have like a lot of resentment to men. One, because they're men. But two, because of this experience that I had, because ultimately I was picked on because I was an easy target. I was a girl. And that comes from boys growing up not respecting girls and women. And that's come from home and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And like, so I've had a lot of time to like analyze that part of my life because I've had therapy and stuff. But it's so like actually interesting is probably not the right word, but it is interesting in how much it comes up when I'm in therapy and how much it affects my life now and like my relationships and like how I communicate with men and I used to teach musical theatre on like the weekends, and I used to teach that age group of boys, so like 13, 14-year-olds. And it was a mixed group of girls and boys, but like the boys in that class used to scare me.
Really?
As like a 22, I must have been 22 at the time. And like, I was like, oh my God, it still affects me. I still feel like they're going to try and embarrass me, humiliate me. And I'm the teacher.
That's wow.
So it really is so damaging.
Yeah.
Bullying is like, I don't even know. And it's so hard to avoid it because school is so hard. Like, and I also think schools have such a responsibility in how they deal with bullying claims, because the way my school dealt with it was so bad. They turned around to me, told me, oh, he just fancies you. He's teasing you, he just fancies you. And the one time they actually did have a go at him, it got so bad to the point of this bullying when I was sat on the field, like during summer, and the boys playing football or whatever. And this boy would like come and try and find me with the football and try and like kick it at me. Like he wanted to like physically hurt me. And honestly, and like the way that is like, I'm like, worried for him now as an adult and like how he treats women, because the way that should have been dealt with is like that is an attack against
it's unacceptable.
a boy and a girl. That dynamic should never reach that point. Even if he wasn't putting his physical hands on me, but he was trying to hurt me. Like his intent was to hurt me physically, whether it was a ball or whatever. And like the way they dealt with that was they took me into a room, brought him in to the same room as me, and I was there crying, and basically told him off in front of me. And like, it was the worst way they could have dealt with it, because he walked out that room staring me down like this. And I thought, now he's just going to do worse. Because he's
and
like,
now he's seen that how he's affected you.
Exactly.
And he's got a kick out of that.
Absolutely. I just think bullies should be psychologically evaluated. And like to the point where if he's got to the point where he wants to actually hurt me, like that's
crazy.
So something needs to be stopped now. Because he could be a threat to society. Do you know what I mean? And so I feel so strongly about it, especially when it is young boys against young girls, because that's like, do you know what I mean? Ultimately the reason why violence happens against women now is because boys aren't stopped at a young age. I know, we're getting deep into it.
I mean, we got deep quick, like, but it's the truth.
It's the
like,
truth,
you know.
And wherever you are, you stupid fucking dickhead.
Asshole.
I hope you're feeling sad about your life. Honestly, or I hope you got help. Honestly, I hope you got help. And I hope you found the love in your heart to like just be a good person. Because, God, do you know what I mean?
Honestly, what you've said has just like, it's just blown my mind, because I hear it. You know, I completely hear it. I wasn't bullied, but I have someone in my family that was, and I've seen the effect that it had. And it makes me hate bullies with everything inside me. And everything you said is correct. It needs to be dealt with in a different kind of way. But we're gonna be the new gen parents, and if you try to bully my child, I will bully you. Moving on. Because we were like, it went from ha to
I have such a bad habit of like getting deep. I feel so open with you.
Yeah, I love that. And I just feel like people who like do comedy, we're like mad deep.
We have so much about us.
There's just so many layers, because I didn't know that about you. So that's why I'm just listening to you, because I'm just like, oh my God.
You know?
Like, just to be able to like overcome that and be who you are now and be on the internet doing your thing. Anyways, we'll get into that, child. We'll get into that, okay? We got so deep.
We got so deep, but do you know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes you got to have those conversations.
No, you're absolutely right. So I don't even know, should I do a dilemma? You know what? We're just gonna crack on with something light.
Perfect.
If you were to be an animal, what animal would you be?
A cat.
Ooh, why?
I feel like I was a cat in a past life. Whenever I see a cat,
you connect.
They run straight towards me.
They're like, oh,
I'm a cat whisperer.
Friend.
Honestly, I will just see a cat, and as soon as I bend down, put my arm out, trot, trot, trot over to me, do a little rub, meow, meow, like that. And then I'm literally like that. Yeah.
Wow.
I was a cat.
In your past, they're like, oh, wow, she got out, man.
Yeah.
She got out. Like,
That's
wow.
my friend.
That's my friend. Do you know what?
How
I
you
have a
doing?
theory. I think that a lot of cats were humans before.
I think so as well.
Their behavior, it gives me very human vibes.
I know. And it's like in the ancient Egypt times, ancient Egyptians, like their gods were like cats. Like they used to like...
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I do think that cats, low key.
And they're like very feminine, you know? I just connect with them.
If I could be an animal for the day.
Yeah, what would you be?
You know what? I think I'd be a panda. They just seem so chill.
They just have the best life.
So cozy. They just be living their lives.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Having a great time. People want to cuddle them all the time.
I know, and they're not vicious.
They're not vicious. They're just cozy.
They're sweet.
Mind their business. I think I'll be a panda for the day. If it was like just for the day, because I don't want to do it all the time. I don't want to just be chilling every day. Do you know what I mean? But if it was for one day, I would be a panda. I'd be like, what's good, guys?
I think that's a really good...
You know?
That would be a good day. You know?
Yeah. But you know, I relate to plants a lot. You know? I feel like I low-key identify it as a plant, actually. Like, I feel like with plants, if you don't give plants attention, don't give plants light, right? Don't give plants water. Do you know what happens? They die. And so do I. Okay? I genuinely sometimes feel like I can die from the lack of attention. And so do plants. If you do not give that plant, like I've got a plant now, and if I don't give that plant attention, it goes like this. And then, ooh. And then as soon as I give it attention, it goes, woo. And that's me. You know, I'll be so sad that my crush hasn't texted me or called me. I'll be like, honestly, I'll be like, I can't do this anymore. I can't breathe. I'm sick of this. I'm never going to talk to him again. I'll delete his number, even though I know I need his number, but I'll still delete it because I'm like, I need to make a point. I need to feel like I have power, right?
Yes.
But then as soon as he texts me back, I'm like, oh.
And then you sprout.
And I sprout again, and I'm alive again, and I'm like, oh, guys, how was your day? How are you? But before that, I'm like, I don't give a hell. I don't care about your day. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I just feel like me and plants, we go together real good. 5 and 6, me and plants. Yeah.
That's a really good analogy.
Yeah.
It's not an analogy, it's your reality.
This is my life. You know,
and I deep again.
Yeah, we went deep again because I feel like people will relate to this. And it's not every day that people can say out loud that they can identify as a plant. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your sign?
Pisces.
Oh my God, we're in Pisces season right now. When is your birthday?
February 24th.
It's just been.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Do you think that animals are feeling the effects of the recession? I think they are.
I think they are.
You know, I saw a video of a squirrel and, you know, this squirrel hid like lots of its food, you know, whatever they, you know, the hard things that they eat, had it hidden away in like a big storage place, like putting it away. I just thought that's a bit greedy, isn't it? Hid it away. Then someone went there and then took it out. And I felt quite emotional by that because I was like, why would you touch? He's obviously hidden it for a reason. Now you've gone, you've taken it out. Could you imagine that squirrel? That squirrel's going to go back thinking, oh yeah, telling his mates, I've got food. I'm up. Guys, if something happens today,
come round mine.
I've got you. And now someone's just gone there and stolen it. Can you imagine the reaction of that squirrel when it gets there? The shock, the horror. Yeah.
I'm scared.
I'm so scared for the animals because I think they can feel the recession as well.
Do you know I had a mouse in my flat?
Oh my God. That's not good. That's so scary.
Yeah. And I almost felt
so
like
invasive.
This kind of relates to this topic because I felt like I had a flatmate because the mouse actually didn't eat any of my food. It didn't go into any of my cupboards. It didn't eat any of my food. It just lived there.
It just wanted oh my God.
It wanted a house.
Oh, we are in tough times.
Yeah, and it honestly would come out of its little thing. It would sit on my rug. It would look at me and I'd go, Gab! And it would run and go in its little house wherever it was hiding. And then the next day, it would just come out, sit on my rug, stare at me like that. And then I'd say, what are you doing? And then it would run like that. But I had pest control in. I said, I don't want to kill this mouse. I don't want to kill it. Please, I don't want to kill it.
Just get rid of it.
Just please get it out safely. And he said, there doesn't seem to be any signs of a mouse here. I said, well, there is. Because it comes out and wants to sit with me and watch Netflix.
So, essentially, not only are the animals feeling the recession, there's also a lonely epidemic happening.
Yes,
and
the cost of living crisis.
Yeah, and the cost of living crisis. Oh my God, maybe the mouse got evicted.
Yes.
And then like, I need to come to you.
They found my flat. He said, this is lovely.
This is cozy.
Love it.
So good. I don't even want to touch anything. It's so nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Just living. And then
Chilling.
one day, just didn't appear again. I said, just found somewhere nicer.
Oh, that must have hurt.
Yeah, because I kind of thought I had a pet, like a little free pet.
You know, as someone that's gone through fears of abandonment, you know, I'd be wondering, where did you go?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Was I not good enough for you?
I wasn't good enough.
I thought we were friends.
Didn't even want my food.
Didn't even want my food, you know? It's quite deep. It's quite deep. Wow. Gone,
We're just always getting deep.
gone deep. If you were to have a theme song for your life, what would it be?
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, that's such a hard question. There's so many songs coming into my head right now. Do you have yours?
I feel like it changes every day.
Yeah.
I think for today, the theme song, as soon as I enter, would be, is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? You know? Oh, I, dun, 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 dun.
That's
Do you know what I
a
mean?
lovely one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just walking in the mirror, because it's like every moment, I'm like, is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling?
You're feeling so good today.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just different, like, feelings, you know? I'm in my feelings bag, my feelings era.
Okay.
So that would be mine, I think.
What would be mine today? I'm feeling quite good today. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling, what could be? I don't want to be too happy because I'm not too happy. Can I check my playlist quick?
Yeah, check. You're like, I need to get a song up.
Because I really need, because if I could make one up, if I was to make one up, like a tune, it would be like, do, 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 oh, ooh, 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 ooh.
Okay, no words.
No, if I was to add some words, it'd be like, I'm busy, but I can't complain because if I wasn't busy, I would be in disdain. Something like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
My makeup looks good today.
Yes, it does.
Thank you for that. If I get in the way of my feelings today.
that is a fantastic song.
That would be what I'd make. I've just made that up. That's just like a
Yeah.
little taste of like what it would be.
Okay.
But I need to like get in the studio and record it.
No, I hear that. You know, you're somewhat of a
An artist?
an artist, a lyricist. Is that the right word?
Lyricist, musician, artist, freestyle rapper.
Freestyle rapper. Yeah. Heard your song recently.
Thank
about periods.
Periods.
Don't have much notes about that. I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? I thought it was really, really fantastic. If I was to give you notes, you know, I'm not sure if you received notes, but I'll give it to you anyway. If I was to give you notes, you know, I think maybe it'll be good if you maybe added a bit of bass to the chorus, or maybe have a chorus. It kind of just felt like, you know, you're just doing your own thing, and which is great, you know, spit rolling, you know. But if it was me, I'd add a little chorus, you know, so just something that we can all in unison sing together. You know what? It seems like you want me to do the chorus for you. I'll do that for you now. So it'll be something like, I'm just thinking about this right now. It just came to me, you know. I'm that kind of talent, actually. It just comes. But if I was to do a chorus to I want to kill you to the period thing, I would do something like, but I know it's not your fault. Oh, period. I know you're just doing your job. Oh, period. Even though that I hate you, I kind of love you, because it means that I'm not with a child yet. And it means that I can still enjoy my life. So I appreciate you. Then you can kind of go into the rap of but I hate you.
Cocky, stupid.
Something like that, you know. I don't know, just something you can think about.
Unfortunately, I work by myself.
Oh, you don't do duets?
No, especially not with amateurs.
Oh, okay. I've toured before, though, to be honest. I've been on tour and stuff.
So but
Not really, you know. I've got 2 songs that are in the charts right now.
never heard of them.
It might be the area that you're from.
Well,
Guess you don't like the song. I can work on it.
I can go away and
Maybe
take it into consideration.
I can record it for you, and you can then, you know, listen to it.
If you want to waste your time.
Okay.
But
anyways,
thanks.
yeah, no, you know what? It's fine.
Thanks. It was
What I respect is the honesty.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think, you know, it wouldn't be kind. And I love...
Okay.
And kindness is...
You know, I was going to ask you to help me create a song for my crush to let him know that I like him and I want him to like me back. And I thought that you were the right person for this, but it's come to my attention that I don't think that you are. So I'm going to make up my own song another time, not with you.
I can help you.
Okay.
If it's my creation, I will help.
Okay.
What do you need me to say?
You know, I just want him to know from the bottom of my heart that he is the one for me. And the thing is, he doesn't think I'm the one, but I think he's wrong. You know? And sometimes guys don't know things. Do you know what I mean?
They got a brain.
They think they know what they want, but they don't. And I need him to know that I am exactly what he wants.
Okay.
I'm exactly what he needs. And anything else will be counterfeit. See, I've already done it.
Fine.
You know?
I got it right now.
Okay.
Do you want a song or do you want a rap? Bit of both?
Bit of both, yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll probably start like that, like boom, boom,
Boom,
boom.
boom, boom. Boom, boom.
You think you know what you want, but you just don't know what you want. You don't care about me because that's what you think. Yeah, you do care about me. All you want to do is say that you don't like me, but you do. You want to come over here and kiss, kiss, kiss. Yeah, I know you want to kiss me, but don't be scared of your feelings because you know what? I don't care what you say because you know I got a choice in this anyway. Oh, yeah, you are not thinking straight. You, Sorry, I got me just a bit emotional.
No, that was yeah. You see when you hit that high note, yeah. There was a note that you did, and you know what? I felt that spiritually.
Did it hit you in your heart?
It hit me in my heart, and you know what? I don't know where he is right now, but I actually think that wherever he is right now, he was like, oh.
I hope he wasn't driving.
What was that? That would have been dangerous.
Because he'd crash.
Yeah, the note was that powerful. You know what, Maddie? Thank you so much for that. That was really excellent. I just feel
we can work on that.
We can work on it, guys. You just heard an exclusive, you know, of this song, and you know what? Thank you for that.
No worries.
Yeah, I have one question. Mm-hmm. If you were to win the lottery, what would be the first sign that you've won it, that people will know that you've won?
Truth. Do you want my real truthful answer?
Yeah.
My real truthful answer is actually really kind.
Okay.
I probably like buy my parents a house.
Aww,
like genuinely.
That's so nice.
Or no, it probably would be that. Or like I'll probably have a baby.
So the first So the first
No, I'm lying. I would buy my parents a house.
And then you come up with a pregnant picture.
Yeah. What would be yours?
You know, one of the first signs would be the smile on my face, actually. I would be walking around like I have a secret. Do you know what I mean? There'll just be a smile on my face, you know? And things that would like ordinarily irritate me, you know? I'll be like, who cares?
I'm not going to sweat the small stuff.
Who cares? You go to a coffee shop, you know, you want soya milk, they give you oat, you know, or they give you cow's milk and, you know, which is just awful, you know. But even as I'm rushing to the toilet fighting for my life, I will have a smile on my face. And that's how you will know. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, just even like wardrobe wise, there'll just be a few like upgrades, you know.
Yeah.
The jewelry will be a bit more shinier. But also, I would get my parents a house as well.
Yeah.
That would be like, you know.
That's the goal, isn't it?
Yeah. I would make sure my family is like good. Sorted.
What about health insurance?
That would be a sign.
That
you
would be
know?
mine.
Yeah, health insurance, like the whole works, mind you.
I'd be joined to the most expensive private hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I am a hypochondriac, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And doctor's appointments?
Yeah. It's not good right now.
I'm not quite sure I've been able to get one when I've needed one.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah.
Oh, if I had no cares of money, I would be straight
To the doctors.
Yeah, private.
Mine would be dentist. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go.
So true.
I'll go right to the dentist and, you know, get that root canal.
It's just festering in the mouth.
Yeah, I'll get that sorted. You know, it's like £150.
Yes.
They said I have to remove my wisdom teeth, like 4, at like £150 each.
Oh my God, like all 4 of them, you have to get them out. Are you in pain?
You know what? I'm not actually. But of recent, this side's been feeling a bit shaky, you know? Bit shaky. So
Oh my God.
yeah,
I don't have my top ones.
hasn't come through yet.
Oh no, my bottom ones. I don't have my bottom ones. My top ones are through. Bottom ones not through.
They're not through. I didn't even know when they came through, to be honest. Like, I didn't feel it at all.
That's good.
Yeah, I didn't feel it. So I only know they've come through because the dentist, when I did a checkup, they were like, oh,
They're
wisdom
there.
tooth. Yeah. That's how I knew.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But whilst we're here, who is Maddie? Like, what are the ingredients that make up who you are? Who is she?
We're going to go through a list.
Of course.
First of all, let's set the spine to who I am.
The spine. That's going to be I'm going to use that next week.
Yeah.
Who is the spine of who you are?
Yes.
Okay. I'm ready.
Beauty.
Obviously.
Okay, let's start there. It's just, that's obvious though.
Duh.
I would say emotional, sensitive. They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I am very sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay? Hairy arms. That's a big part of who I am. And I embrace it with all my heart.
I love that.
It makes me feel powerful, actually.
I love that. I really do.
So I'm never getting rid of my hairy arms.
Okay.
4. Funny? Don't try and tell me I'm not. Because you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm going to guess you're a man. So I don't have anything else to say on that. 5, size 4 feet.
Nice. Twins. Yeah.
What about something like deviated septum?
Huh. You know, when I
Is this what you had in mind?
No, when I asked this question, I was thinking more along the sides of, you were kind of getting there. Emotional, sensitive, stuff like that. You kind of, gave us hairy arms, which is, I love that because that is confident.
Yeah.
And then the DV, that I wasn't expecting that actually, but I guess thank you for sharing that. I mean,
You're welcome.
It's not often that I'm speechless, but I guess you have that effect on people.
Yeah.
To make them, lose their words. You're very, very confident though.
Okay. Add that in.
Yeah.
Confidence.
Yeah, I think you should add confidence. Have you always been confident? I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but have you always been confident for the most part?
I think so, but I know my time and place. I hold myself to that. Like, I know my time and place when to be. I'm confident, but I know when to step back. You know?
Yeah. I know exactly.
I don't like to overpower, but I will if I need to.
Wow, that sounds so like I don't know, like, what's the word? Something like Queen Elizabeth would say. Rest in peace. R.I.P. But do you know what I mean? Like, just very, like, the way you said that to me right now, it's just very authoritative. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And I think, that is something I think people would be surprised about me, is I'm quite, like, I do kind of like, there's no messing really. I'll be nice. I'm nice to everybody. But as soon as you give me a reason to not be nice, I won't be nice anymore. You know?
Yeah, yeah. You've got boundaries.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's something I've worked really hard on.
Yeah.
And so, especially as a woman coming into this space, in this industry, we kind of work for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, you have to have a bit of a, I've had to learn to be stern.
Do you have an example? Can't. Have you had like a defining moment that's made you be like, okay, I've got to be stern? Or like, do you have like a defining moment in general that's like giving you like the confidence to just be like, this is who I am, this is what I'm about?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There was a moment where I was working with a brand, I will not specify. And it was like a big campaign. It was one that I was like really excited for. It was a big fee, one of my first like big fees. I was like so excited to be part of it. And from start to finish, it was just chaos, like so unorganized. Like, if a brand is asking me to be a part of their campaign, they know what they're getting.
Yeah. Duh.
Like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So don't bring me on set. Okay, it was a set. It was a whole set, film crew. Don't bring me on the set. Let me do my thing in front of 100 people in this room, and cut me halfway through and tell me we don't get it.
What?
I'm not exaggerating. This concept had been approved. Everything. This is not like I showed up like telling them what I was about to do.
Yeah.
They cut me halfway through, pull me to a side. 3 men.
Obviously.
Pull me into kind of a corner. Won't let my manager come and speak to me. And they're like, client's not happy. We don't get it. And I was like, stood there. Everyone's staring, wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. They're like, so can you kind of like come up with something quickly? Because we're going to have to reshoot in like 2 minutes.
What?
So I had to go back on 2 minutes later with a completely new idea and like just basically improv it, right? Luckily, I am quite good at just doing stuff like that. I don't think a lot of people would be like, that's a lot of pressure. Even I felt that. Anyway, after that happened, I was really upset. Like, I was, first time I like didn't let myself cry, didn't cry. As soon as I stepped off the set and went to my room, I just cried because I felt so embarrassed and I felt belittled as a woman. Like, it just felt like they wouldn't have spoken to. There was boy creators on that were also doing it, and I felt like the energy just wasn't the same. And also I felt like embarrassed because it felt like they were trying to tell me that like they didn't get my content and like everything. And anyway, so there was a second shoot that was with the same brand that was part of the same campaign, but it was like a couple of weeks later or a few weeks later. So I went into this
with that energy.
With this, I thought, I'm not going to stand for that. I'm not going to let them make me feel like that ever again. So I went in and they tried to tell me again halfway through my thing, the client just needs it to be a bit clearer. And I turned around on set in front of everyone and I said, I am not changing my idea that you have already approved.
Period.
You should have told me this before we got there. I said, and stop all this whispering. If the client wants to come speak to me, come and speak to me.
Period. Yeah.
And I said it loud enough so that they could hear.
Yeah.
And then I took a break.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, you're like adrenaline's going. I was like shaking. I was like, oh God, was that really unprofessional?
Yeah.
And then they came in and they said, okay, Maddie, that's fine. We're just going to carry on with the original plan. Good. And I thought, yes, right. Yeah. Like, why did I have to get to that point where you're stressing me out?
Yeah.
In front of everybody?
Yeah.
And at that point forward, I thought, I actually am going to have to be like that. And even if it means I get called all the things that comes with being an assertive woman, diva, bossy. I don't care, because you can call me all that. But if it means I get the best outcome out of this situation, fine. Yeah. I get the respect that I deserve, just like everybody else. Fine.
Yeah. And I feel like I love that, because I just feel like it also means that like you're confident in your work.
Yes.
Because sometimes like you can get into like a space and then that imposter syndrome thing kind of slips in and you're like, oh, maybe I'm not as funny, or maybe this idea isn't clicking. Do you know what I mean? But actually it is clicking. Like, just because you haven't seen it before doesn't mean it's not going to work. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? And not everyone's going to get it, but you've already approved it. So why don't you just leave me to do my thing?
Exactly.
You know?
Why did you ask me to do this?
You know what my content is like. You've seen my stuff. Like,
yeah, don't bring me on a set and expect me to do something that's not anything like my usual content.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I remember that being like a real moment where I was like, okay, I'm going to really assert my dominance here.
Yeah.
Show you that I'm not going to just be pushed over. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I love that.
So yeah, and ever since then I felt very powerful. Yeah. And I go into that with everything now.
Yeah, I
just say to brands, like, you have to trust me. I get faced with it a lot, where I'll go onto like a set for a shoot and they're like, oh, we're just a bit worried about this idea. And I just say to them, you have to trust me, because I've never failed. Like, every time I do what I'm here to do, it's always done well. Yeah. Please.
Let me do my thing.
Just let me do my thing. Stop, don't bring me on here and try and change me.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So.
I love that. I feel quite inspired by that.
Yes. And I like encourage women in this space to be like that.
Yeah.
Because it's still very male, dominated.
Yeah.
It's like,
it just feels so scary, especially like, I feel like the kind of comedy that we do, like, I think you're like even more out there than I am in terms of the kind of comedy that you do. But one thing I think is a little bit similar is like obviously interview style and just like making a joke. Like, obviously with you, there's like a really strong character. Like, Candy would never forgive me, obviously, when you were with the Jonas Brothers and you did like, giving them the feedback and that kind of stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, to be able to like pitch that to such a massive group, it's like you have to be confident that this is gonna click, this is gonna be funny, it's gonna be good, the audience is gonna love it. Do you know what I mean? But it's so unconventional, right? You know, even like when I do a press junket, I always like to, get them off guard a little bit, and be, do something. Yeah. But every time I'm doing it, I'm literally like shaking.
But no one will know.
Like,
because shaking. I am as well.
Really?
You would never know, but I was like, when I went into the Jonas Brothers thing, I was terrified.
Really?
I was so scared. And the room was, you don't see, like audience doesn't see, that room was filled with people.
Wow.
The whole team, their like glam team, their managers, like everyone's there watching. It's not just me and the Jonas Brothers. Wow. There's a whole audience. So it's such an intimidating experience. Yeah. But you're right, like you have to assert yourself as, like, fake it till you make it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, the proof's in the pudding. Like the videos do amazing.
Do well, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
So
I think
funny.
as well, like, I know I go on and on about it, but like women in comedy still have such a like way to go in like being taken seriously.
Yeah,
and, like, I didn't really ever experience it until I started doing this, because before I just wasn't in that world. But like, we have to be assertive and be dominant, because there is already this like energy from everyone that's like, they don't like, they're already expecting the worst in a way. They're always they're expecting you to not be funny. Yeah. So even if they still stand there and have that energy against you,
you still have to be like, no, I know my shit.
And you'll see it will do great.
Yeah.
So you can think that I'm not funny, but lots of people think I am.
Numbers don't lie.
Exactly.
Numbers don't lie, baby. They don't lie. So, I love it. I honestly love it. Like, I just feel like I'm obviously like just seeing it from the other side, because it's like when people see people who are funny, they expect them to be silly 24/7. Like, it's like if you don't come with that energy, it's almost like there's something wrong. And it's like,
and
bro,
that is the hard side.
That is the hard side. Like, I can be normal. Like, I'm not this like rolling joke machine. And every second I've got bang, da-da-da-dum, boom, ba-da-ba-dum, boom. Like,
cracking out the joke. I know.
No.
I'm not always cracking out the
jokes. I'm not always
jokes.
cracking jokes, because sometimes ain't shit funny, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes It's very serious.
And sometimes do you feel like now, like when you're with your friends, that's like your time to switch off?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that?
I love being with my friends more than ever because I just love to just exist.
Yeah, there's no pressure to be funny.
There's no pressure to be funny. There's no gimmicks. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone is just, you could just chill. I love it. I love spending time with my friends like so much. There's just no pressure.
It's so funny how I feel like it flipped, like not flipped completely, but I remember like before I did TikTok and creating, I was always like, I would always used to think when I met new people, I was like, oh, when can I show them my weird side?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, when I meet new people, I'm like, when can I show them my serious side?
When can I be normal? Yeah. Like, when can I just be normal?
Because they expect you to be silly and like funny.
Time. And
so I'm like, straight away when I first meet people, I'm always like, hey, like most of the time.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I can't wait till I'm comfortable enough around you to not feel like I have to do
this all the time. It's like exhausting a little bit.
Oh,
you're
it's
like,
exhausting.
And also you kind of feel like, sometimes I feel this pressure of like disappointing people, like when I meet them.
100%.
Because I'm like, okay, you see me like in this way, and that is a part of me, right? Like when I'm doing this video, it's an extension.
Yeah.
But today I'm not in that mood. So now you've met me. Are you like disappointed that I'm not giving you that same vibe? Do you know what I mean? And then I had to, it was therapy that really helped me with that. Because before it felt like, even because before, obviously I trained as an actor. So I was constantly in this space of performing. So a lot of my relationships were very performative. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how being annoyed looks like. I know how this feels. It feels like what everything looks like. All the emotions, I know what it looks like. But sometimes I wasn't really feeling it. But I'm just so used to just performing, I'm very like well-spoken and I know how to carry myself. Do you know what I mean? I was acting school for years. Like it just comes with it.
Yeah.
So it felt like everything was really performative, even in therapy. So in therapy, she'll be like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but it feels like you know exactly what I want to hear. So you are telling me exactly what I want to hear, but you don't have to perform for me. Like, how do you actually feel? Yeah.
Wow.
And I would sit there. Yeah, it was a lot because I would sit there and she'll be like, how do you feel? And I remember for a long time, I couldn't tell her like how I felt because it was just I was so used to like giving you what you want. Like, and it kind of spilled into every aspect of my life. Like I could see a guy and I would know exactly the kind of woman he was looking for. So I would become that woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, I would legit become that woman. Like, if I know a guy wants a girl that comes across as like super nurturing and maternal and she cooks and she does this and all of that stuff, right? I'm not really like that all the time. Do you know what I mean? I cook and whatever, but I would become that. Do you know what I mean? And become very like passive and very like, oh, I don't want to say too much because he doesn't like a girl that's like that. Oh, yeah, I'm cooking. I'm not cooking. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I love kids. Oh, I love this. I love that. And it's like, none of these are bad things to say, but it's bad when you're acting like this is who you have to be in order for someone to like you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I do think it is normal to like adapt to people when it becomes so far away from who you actually are.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. To the point that you don't even, that's when it's a problem. So it's only now that I'm like, this is who I am. And it's interesting because obviously a lot of those attributes are who I am, but I didn't know that before. No. But now it's like, okay, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I can be nurturing and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I am in my cookie bag and sometimes I'm not. That is who I am. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to act like this is what I love. I'm this. You've got some women who are great at that and I adore them, the bakers and all of that stuff.
That's not me.
It's not me. I tried to bake.
I'll give it a go.
I tried to make a pancake and it looked like naan bread. So...
like roti.
Literally roti. Me and baking, we don't go together. Like,
no, I can't bake.
All. I can't bake. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay.
That's all right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I say all that to say, just stop the performance. Just be yourself.
But that is so deep. That it really is. Because, yeah, as an actor, that is so true.
Yeah, you're just performing.
Wow.
You're like, whoa.
Something else to bring up to my therapist. Oh, my
It's a lot. I need to go back though.
I know.
I cut therapy because of like money and stuff, but I'm like, I need to go back.
It's an investment.
It's an investment. I need to go back. I need to speak my heart.
There's still things I need to talk
And
about.
then there's things I need to talk about. And it's not just for the pod. Do you know what I mean? Like I need to.
This is a therapy session. I'm so bad at this. I'm honestly terrible at it. Like when I like sit down with my pals, I'm like, oh, this is now a therapy session. I'm like, no, it's not. Like for God's sake, can you just be social? Like why does everything have to be therapy session?
Deep, yeah.
Literally, I'm such a deep. I am such. Sorry.
Now you've ruined the set. No, I'm joking.
I'm such a deep person though.
No, I love it though.
Which is good.
I think it's good to be deep.
Nice to have, like, you know, conversations that aren't just like surface level.
100%. I love it. I live for it. I love it.
We love it.
We love it. So you're in your lover girl era, low key.
I am.
Like, you know what I'm always curious about? Aside from like you being in your lover girl era and what that's like, but how do you find meeting people whilst obviously, like just what we spoke about, right?
Yeah.
Like it's rare that someone hasn't seen one of your videos, at least one.
I know.
Unless you live under a rock, right? So how do you like even find someone to be a lover girl with when...
I'm a freak.
Like,
no, it's so true.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
How do you? So this, how does it work for you?
I went through every stage of being single.
Okay, talk me through the phases. Talk me through it.
Listen, this is the first time I'd been single properly as like an adult. Okay, I'd been in relationships since I was like 16 to 23. Like I don't had 2 boyfriends, but they were both quite long relationships, and I got with them both like quite soon after each other. Sorry. Anyway, but this is my first time like being single, and so like I was like really experiencing it for the first time ever, and like I just was like, it was a journey. It was a lot. I was on all the dating apps.
Yeah,
I dated. You know.
Yeah.
I did it all.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into it. But listen.
How did you land?
I'm at the other side. Bit traumatized.
But you're okay.
But I'm all right.
Okay. And how did you meet him?
Ooh, it's not funny. It's not. It's actually very normal. I don't know why I'm laughing. So I tried so hard. Not to date influencers, an influencer.
You're dating an influencer?
Oh, I am.
Oh.
And that wasn't really the plan. I was like really like, I don't want to be with someone in this industry. I want separate lives.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, I could not meet anybody that understood me.
And this is where I'm at.
And this is where I'm at, okay? But actually, the guy who is an influencer didn't know me, didn't know my videos.
Oh.
So actually, it was kind of good. Like, I was kind of like, brilliant. You go home, see if you still like me.
Watch this.
After a bit of stalking, see if you still like me. And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
He still did. So I said, you're not going anywhere. You stay right here.
Oh,
You think you're leaving? No. So he has no choice because I'm afraid it will never happen again.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
But
it is hard.
It is so
when you're
hard.
not just like the average conventional woman that society, you know, like.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot.
And I'm like, no, I'm loud and I'm weird and I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But like.
Love me anyway.
Yeah, that's how I'm always going to be. And sorry.
It's really hard. Like, I was on, so I'm on a dating app at a minute. And one of so when you can like match with someone, and he literally was like, he made reference to one of my videos that was going viral at the time. And I just felt so shy because I was like, I just wanted to just exist in this place of like, I'm just trying to meet someone. But now like, you've already seen my videos, so you already have an idea of like,
I know.
who you think I am, what you think I am.
I know, and I think,
And I'm just like, get to know me.
part of me though was like, I'd rather you see them so you know what you're getting, and then you get to know me.
Okay, because I like to do the opposite of like, you get to know me, and then I kind of will you in.
Yes.
And like, but then the issue I've been facing newly is when I say I'm a content creator, they don't like it. So I tend to not hear from them again.
People used to think I was an OnlyFans creator when I said that. I said I'm a content creator.
Like,
what content?
OnlyFans.
And I just think, sweet.
If only you knew.
I mean, I'm going to take it as a compliment. If you think I'm an OnlyFans creator, sweet, you're in for a shock. Like, well, maybe for some people.
Maybe for some people, you know, maybe. But when I say I'm a podcaster, I met a guy recently and we were talking, got on, and I was thinking, okay, maybe we're actually probably going to meet because I feel like, you know, we actually exchanged numbers. We came off the app. So we were talking and stuff. And he was like, okay, so what do you do? So I was like, yeah, you know, I'm an entertainer, you know.
Yes.
And I was like, I just also started a podcast. And he was like, oh, what's a podcast? And I was just like, told him about it. Obviously, I was really excited.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard from him since. Yeah, so another thing is the podcast thing. Because I think essentially a lot of guys just think that if they date an influencer, their life is going to be on show. Even though that isn't necessarily the content that I do.
No.
But
No one has to know about you.
No one needs to know about you. I don't even want anyone to know about you.
No.
I'm very happy
No
for
one
you to be
cares
hidden.
about you.
No one cares.
Sorry.
I am the star, right? I am the star.
We are the main characters.
We are the main characters. No one actually cares.
No one cares
really.
about you, sweet.
But that's like a thing as well.
I know.
So I'm like, do I just try and date in the industry? But I think for me, there isn't like really a lot of guys
You're interested.
available. Yeah, and that I want.
Yeah.
In the industry. And I like low-key guys behind the scenes.
Well, that was my thing.
Yeah.
As I really didn't like the idea of like being with someone who, because a lot of guys who are influencers or content creators have a lot of female attention, and that's fine. But I'm jealous.
I'm so jealous.
And you know, that's just another layer to everything that I'm like, because I was speaking to his friend about, who is also an influencer, and I was like, oh, because we're keeping it very private. Like I've decided I don't really want to post it on my socials or like anything.
I do want to see a picture when this episode is done.
I will show you.
Thank you.
But we've like decided we're not going to post it anywhere. We keep it private. Like I don't care for people to like know, like really, like it's fine if people were to find out, but like it's not going to be posted all over my socials.
Fair.
And then I was talking to his friend. I was like, oh, how do you feel about that? Like, do you think that's a bit like bait, like to not post? And he was like, well, no, because for me as well, like if I ever got a girlfriend, like my whole audience is female, so like if I posted I had a girlfriend, it would really affect my socials. And I was like,
that's crazy.
that is his, basically you're telling me that's also his reality.
Yeah.
And like I get it, and that's fine. But I'm just like, I always had in my mind like my man would like post me like proud of me, and like
that's
but
my
now
girl.
I'm like, it's not really the reality of the situation, because there's so many other
variables,
reasons to it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a new world for me.
A whole new world.
A dazzling place I never knew. So I'm just getting,
Get used to it.
getting used to it.
Yeah.
Day by day.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's hard.
Because I am a bit jealous, I don't even like seeing his name like in another picture.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
When you see his name and others, and I'm just like, ugh. And now, like, when I see the pictures that he's liked, I'm just like, why?
I know.
And then I'm like, I know she's really hot, but now I'm like, stop posting, because he is seeing this. I'm just like, what's that song? There's a song, that I remember like Stormzy did a tweet about it. I think it's like Jocelyn. I think in the song it talks about Jocelyn like taking her man or something like that. And Stormzy was like, oh, she must have been hot.
Jolene,
that's it.
Jolene.
Yeah,
Jolene,
yeah. And I was like, that's what it feels like, like the fact that the woman's just telling Jolene, just please
don't take my man.
Please. He's my crush. Please. You look so beautiful.
I know.
Keep it in, close friends.
Literally.
Okay? It's enough.
Oh.
But I love a beautiful woman, so I'm like, I hear it.
I know.
I hear it,
All
but
you gotta do is pray that they are a respectful girly.
You know, you can only hope for it. Do you know what I mean? But it's not easy, is it?
It's not.
It's not easy. So I'm happy that you're in your lover girl era,
Thanks.
though.
We're
It's nice
taking
that
it
you
day
got
by
out.
day.
Yeah, you got out on the other side,
Nearly.
which is good.
Yeah.
We love that for you.
I am happy, so just
Oh,
see
that's
how
the
it
important
goes.
thing.
Wow.
If you could time travel, would you go to the future to see what's about to crack on, or would you go back and change something?
It's hard because I feel like everything that happened in my past has made me who I am,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean I wouldn't go back and warn myself about certain things. I don't know. But I also don't know if I want to know what happens in the future.
Yeah.
What if it's what I don't want to see it?
This is it.
But then I'm like, if I could see what's going to happen, can I change?
Ooh.
Do you know? Can I change the bad things?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Because I feel like I would want to just peek at the future, but only if it's good.
Exactly. I
And
don't
I'd
want to
want to
know
know.
the bad.
Yeah, if it's bad, I don't want to know. But I'll just want to know, like, are things going to be okay? So I can stop being so anxious about the future.
I know. Because I do think about my younger self, and I wish I could speak to her a little bit and
be like, you're going to be
"Everything-
good.
Everything's going to be fine.
You're going to be fine. In fact, you're going to be more than fine.
You're going to be great.
Yeah.
And people are going to love you for the things that you're being
Yeah.
taking the mick out of for right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. So I'll
So
be
maybe
good.
I want to go back in the past and just, if I could speak
Hug
to my
her.
younger self. No, I can't think about it. Have you had that conversation in therapy when she says you got to
Go
think
back.
about, she could be he,
Yeah.
but if you had to go back and like hug your younger self, oh, it's so emotional.
It's so emotional because you're just like, sometimes I look at pictures of my younger self and I just want to hug her and be like, you're actually going to be okay.
You're gonna be fine.
But I was such a worrier,
Me too. I was such an anxious kid.
you know, like
was such an anxious
worry,
kid.
worry. Like in my 20s, because you're still in your 20s now, but in my 20s, I spent a lot of my time worried about my 30s and how that would look and whether I'm going to be okay and whether this and da-da-da-da. And I look back and I'm like, you were more than okay. And now I wish I like lived even more because I'm
Yeah.
like, you can't, there's a lot of things we just cannot control. Like
No.
even if we're so meticulous in how we plan, you just cannot control so many things, good or bad. So it's like, just live and really, really enjoy it. And I know
Yeah.
older people like used to say that to me and I used to be like, whatever, I am living. But it's like, no, really actually just take it all in, like, and allow yourself to feel everything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And yeah, I'm trying to tell myself that now because now I'm obviously like in my 30s and I'm like, ooh, 40? What does that look like? And I'm like, no, Rita, you've done that. Don't waste your time.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Enjoy it. Because I know that I'm going to get to like my 40s and I'm going to look at old pictures of myself and be like, oh, you were so young.
I know.
You were so young. I look at pictures of me when I was like 22, 23, and I had the world on my shoulders like, oh God, I got to build generational wealth. I got to do this. I got to do that. And it's like, girl, you look so tired.
I know.
I look so old when I was 22, low-key. Like, low-key. I was really trying to, I was in my like blazer era. I was wearing a blazer every day.
What did you do before this?
So I had a hair salon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had 2 hairdressers. I was like a full business owner when I was 21.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was an actor as well. So I did like
Yeah.
doctors and EastEnders and, you know, the classic
Yeah.
acting thing, you
Yeah.
know. So I was actor, lots of theatre. But yeah, that's what I was really doing, like acting and the hair salon. Yeah, that was like my life. Yeah, it was crazy. It's like a whole other world, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that about you.
Yeah, insane. A whole other lifetime.
Well, that is a lot of responsibility for a young kid. And
Yeah.
also the acting world in general is traumatizing. So I don't blame you for feeling like that. I was
Right.
quite happy to leave. Like,
Really?
yeah, I mean, I want to get back into it now, but
Same.
You
I
know?
took a break in like 2021 when my agent moved and essentially I was dropped. So I was like, "Ugh, I got to find another agent. Do you know how long that is to try and find an agent?
I know.
Like, it's
And
just
also
so
being
long.
a content creator again is like something else. It's
You
like,
know what I'm saying?
now you're not just, because I've been drama school, like I did 2 years of musical theatre training and then another 3 years at degree level. And like, you know, I've had all the training, I had an agent, left, but like I'll still go to them and say, I did this, done that, blah, blah, blah. And they're still like, but you do TikTok now. And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't take away like
my
training.
skills, my training. Yeah.
What the heck?
That's really interesting.
I
that
know.
they think, but they're very old school, aren't they?
They're so old school.
Yeah,
And that's why I took a break, because I was actually like, I'll come back when you guys have caught up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm not expecting to just get things because of my TikTok. Like I'll do all the auditioning.
Yeah, of course.
Understand the value of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good thing. It can't take away from the project. It can only push the project forward, really.
Exactly.
So if you're talented and you've got
a
platform, why not?
Exactly.
But they're not there yet. Do you know what I mean? Would you think about doing your own thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that like more the direction you want to do? You want to go?
Yeah, like I'm planning like a few projects this year, of like my own stuff, which I'm really excited about. Can't really say much about it. But yeah, so there's stuff happening, stuff in the works. I want to put out some more like long form content as well. I have ideas about that and been meeting with people about that. But yeah, I think it is about just like taking matters into your own hands a little bit, you know?
I think so.
And like I've already got such a strong foundation to what I want to do. So why would I not use it? Like there's no point trying to completely revamp myself.
Yeah, no.
Like I'll just continue with what I'm doing and, you know, hope that it continues the way it does. I'm too ambitious to ever let it like not go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'll just keep it pushing and see what happens.
Yeah. I love that, man. I'm definitely gonna like go back into acting classes. Yeah, for sure.
I know. I was thinking about having some singing lessons recently again as well.
Yeah, I'm just like, why not? I used to do musical theatre as well. Yeah. But I'm just like, why not? Like, there's a really cool acting workshop called Go Hub. So good.
Oh my God.
Like, basically, you get the script on Sunday, and then Wednesdays is a class, right? So it's like an audition, and there's like a big circle, and you just get up. So if you're A and I'm B, we just get up and we just do the scene. Like, you don't know who you're gonna do the scene with.
Oh my God, I love that.
And then everyone like gives you feedback, and you get to do it maybe like 3 times. And it can be harsh sometimes because people are like, oh, that wasn't believable. Oh, you could have done this. Oh, it looks like you were nervous. Oh, it looks like you could do more of this. But the more you do it, it allows you to just like really get into the script. And I like it because obviously I've gone to drama school and I've done acting classes, which is like weekly and stuff like that. But what's great about this is the closest thing to what the real world is, which is you would get an audition
and you're just
you have 2 days.
You don't know yet exactly to
You're doing it to the camera, you're doing it to the casting director, but this is better because obviously you're doing it with another actor, but you have to do your own prep. Do you know what I mean? And you have to do that with this class. Yeah. And you just get up, and if you're shit, you're shit.
Exactly.
And people are going to tell you that you're shit.
I know. And
you just sit back down, but then at least you know next week, okay, I'm going to go again. And then it's a drop-in as well. So it's not like this heavy commitment where it's like, oh, well, I've got work, I can't go. Do you know what I mean? So at least you know week by week, okay, I'm going to go this week. I'm not going to go this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really great, man. So I think I'm going to go back to that. Absolutely. And just get my, and just get it going again. Because I do think I miss it. I used to do it back to back. I only took a break in 2021, 2022, where I wasn't doing it anymore. I'm never taking a break again. Me and breaks, it's not good.
Breaks never work. Once
I break, we break up.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me at all.
It's so true though.
Yeah. So we're not doing that again.
No, I'm in support of you doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll join you one time.
I think you should. I'm gonna send you the link. It's so good, honestly. It's really scary. I can't lie. I'm scared to do it.
It's good to put yourself in those positions.
But you have to put yourself out there, and it's a great way to just meet other actors as well.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
It's inspiring.
And it's
inspiring to be around other creatives like that.
You know what I'm saying? And then you can just watch them work. You don't always have to get up, and that's also a lesson within itself.
Really good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll talk after this.
We'll talk about it. Okay. Now I'm on my final segment, which is, are you as adult as you think you are? No.
Do you ever get anyone say yes?
Yeah, I actually have. I've had a few people say yes, actually. No.
Mine's definitely a no.
Definitely no? Okay, I've got some questions. Let's see how bad you are.
Okay.
Do you have an air fryer?
No.
What?
I know. I don't have enough counter space.
Fair. That's a fair point.
really and truly, I would love one.
That is a fair point. Okay. Wow. Okay, it's not off to a good start. Do you have a savings account?
Yes.
Do you have over £25 in the saving account?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. When you go food shopping, do you take your own bag? Or do you have to buy a new one every time you go?
Sometimes I forget. If I'm feeling really good that day, I'll remember it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's such a fantastic feeling when you get to that counter
You have it.
and they're like, do you want a bag? And you're like, no, I don't.
I brought my bags for life.
I brought my bags for life. That is peak adulthood to me.
Sometimes I'm just rushing though and I'm passing through and I think I need to pick up some stuff. I don't have a bag.
Yeah. But a real adult will just
And
have it with them. You know what I'm saying? They'll just have it because they know that they need food. You know what I'm saying? They've looked at the fridge before they left the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not there yet. Yeah, it's okay. How often do you change your sheets?
Once a week.
Okay, that's good. That's very
I
good.
actually do.
Do you have a bubble bath? Do you take bubble baths?
Because I get UTIs.
Fair.
It's not good for your pH levels.
Fair. You know what? I feel like knowing that actually makes you an adult. To know.
I would say that's pretty adult of me.
I think that is very adult of you to know that UTIs is something that tries to attack you often. So you don't want to enrage it.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. I can accept that. Do you read the Financial Times?
No.
Okay. Do you listen to LBC?
No.
Okay.
Feel sick.
Okay. So you just don't know what's going on. Like, how do you get your news of the world?
TikTok.
Can you say that louder?
TikTok.
Okay.
But I will argue, actually, that it is sometimes the truth is only on TikTok.
Because it's not filtered.
Because it's non-biased.
Yeah.
Are we going to bring up what's happening in the world right now?
Yeah. You know what?
I'm not listening to the BBC, and I'm definitely not listening to LB Poo, whatever it's called.
Because James O'Brien.
Oh, there are some good people on there.
I do like James. I haven't listened to it for a while, to be fair, but James used to be my favourite.
Well,
he just seemed to not care. But the rest of them, no.
So, yeah, actually, pros and cons to TikTok being your news outlet, but I see a lot of the ITVs and the Channel 4 News' clips be coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But again, just biased.
Yeah.
I don't know who to trust these days.
And that is a good reason to not listen. You seem really stressed about that. And you know what? That seems like a good reason. You know what? You seem quite adult to me.
Get in there.
Yeah, this is adulthood according to me. Do you know what I mean? So if I think you're an adult...
Do you listen to...
LBC?
Do you read financial advertisers?
I've actually never read the Financial Times a day in my life, actually. So, yeah.
I think so.
No. But I saw someone tweet about it, so I think that's something you're meant to do. Because when she said it, I was like, you know what? Financial Times of financial. I need to know what's going on. But it just seems so boring.
I can't face that.
It just seems like the most boring thing.
I can't. I would honestly... I would read one word if it said, finances today. I would...
like, oh...
My God, I feel sick.
Take this away. I don't want to know about this.
Flipping heck, I feel sick.
Yeah, but it's so bad. Like, I do want to know like more of what's happening, but it's just so like Financial Times is so, and it's such a big paper. I mean, I guess I could read it online, but you know, back in the day, it used to be kind of brownish, but maybe that's in the films. But you know what? You seem quite adult to me, Maddie, okay?
I'm getting there, sweet.
For that reason, I'm going to give you a gift.
Oh, my God.
That I think every adult should have. I'm undecided. You know what? I think that you are adult enough to make use of this. So this is my gift to you. For those who are listening and not watching, I have gifted Maddie condoms because she seems like an adult. So this is my gift to you.
Wow.
You are welcome.
Thank God. I was needing to restock. And I love, these ones never tried, stimulating ribs and dots with Desi Rex gel.
You know,
that's just the cherry on top. Thank you. This is what every adult needs.
Every adult needs it, okay? Durex Intense, regular fit. And you... And with that, we have come to the end of the show, okay? Maddie, thank you.
Thanks for having me. We've had such a good chat.
We've had such a good chat. Like, I've loved you being here. I feel like I've just gotten to know you like so much more, and I love it.
Literally,
I love it
so much. I've had so much fun.
No, I've had so much fun with you.
Chat.
It went deep. It went ooh, ooh. Do you know what I mean? And I absolutely loved it, guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Faking Adulthood with my co-host, Maddie. Now, you guys know the vibes, okay? You know the vibes. If you did not like my co-host, it is completely fine because she's not going to be here next week. Do you know what I mean? So don't let that be a reason not to come back. I feel like she's looking at me right now, but I'm looking at you, okay? I'm looking at you. And guys, please share, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a review. If you're listening on audio, jump over to YouTube. Look at the visuals, okay? We look very beautiful today and you don't want to miss it. Leave a comment as well, guys, because like, I know you guys are listening, but are you really listening? You know? Are you really listening? So leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Love you.
Love you.